What's up, what's up, what's up? This is Young Caesar. Today I got a special guest, an old childhood friend, a friend of mine. I want to be a friend of yours. She's cool with me. I'm gonna let her introduce herself. She's like cool. Somebody you should get to know. Somebody you should want to know. Got good advice. She's gonna be on my show more than just this time right here. So I want y'all to give a warm welcome for Ms.Qaa. Ms.Qaa, how you doing?
Good.
All right, that's what's up. So I want you to tell all my people, all my viewers, who you are first and foremost. And where you from?
My name is Ms.Qaa, and I am from York, New Jersey. Born and raised.
Okay, that's what's up. What are you doing with yourself right now, Qaa?
I am a program director for adults with intellect disabilities.
All right. So before we get right into it, I'm gonna tell you how I know. As a kid, moved to the neighborhood with my grandmother, and Shorty was one of the little shorties on the block. You know what I mean? Tell them about like how you grew up, about your household. Like, first of all, your sister. Are you the older sister or younger sister?
I am the older sister, the pretty sister.
Of how many? How many?
One sister, one sibling.
One sister, one sibling. All right. And you got a big family?
I do.
You got a big family.
I do.
So is it a lot of girls in your family, a lot of boys, or just like mixed?
It's mixed.
All right. Okay.
The female outweighs the male.
There's more girls than there is boys.
Yes.
It's like that most of the time. And you have a little girl yourself.
I do.
Alright. So we ain't gonna get into the personal like that, but so you've been living for quite some time now. Like now that you're doing this this is like a program for disability people. Alright, before you were doing that, what was you doing?
I was a counselor assistant for females that suffered from substance abuse.
Substance abuse. How did you get into that?
Well, I actually just went for the job. To be honest.
No schooling, no nothing, just went for a job.
I just went for a job, and my mother pulled some strings, of course, and I was hired, and I was there for 10 years.
Okay. So we're gonna start like this procedure. What year did you graduate high school? Or when you graduated high school, did you go to college? You know what I'm saying?
I graduated from high school in 2000, and I did go to college for about 2 years. I didn't finish it. I wasn't ready at the time to continue, so I just stayed in the work field.
Stayed in the work field. So for any of the ladies out there, because she's full of wisdom and knowledge, stuff like that, because she has lived, you know, I'm not saying she's an elder person, don't take it that way, you can tell, you know what I'm saying? She still got it going on, but what I'm saying is, like, the reason I brought her on the show is because I want women that watch the show to know that this is more than just some dudes talking. I mean, I have my fellas on there and everything like that, but we got educated women that got good advice, and you're a mother as well. But you were married. You married, right?
I wasn't married. I'm a widow, should I say.
Okay.
I was married for 5 years before my husband passed away, and marriage has taught me how to be humble and calm. You know, when I first got married, I didn't understand what communication was. You know, people think marriage is a game, and it's not. Marriage is work.
Okay.
It's just like work. You know, anything before marriage is crap, right? So when you're married, you want to work hard to keep your union together. So when I first got married, I knew I was married, but
I'm sorry, go ahead. I'm listening.
I was still, as my bishop would say, living like I was single.
Okay.
So
living
like I was single. So I really didn't understand what that meant at the time, because I felt like Steve and I, which was my husband, we was living together before I got married. So all of a sudden, when I got married, you know, he started changing in a good way. But I just didn't understand why the change was happening, because I felt like I was doing these things before we got married, so it was a problem. So I was going out, not to the clubs, but I was still going out with my friends, my girls, and I was still working 16-hour shifts, 8 a.m. to 12 a.m. And he really didn't like that. I really didn't see what the problem was.
He wanted you to be a stay-at-home mom.
He didn't want me to really be a stay-home at mom or wife, but he wanted me to communicate with him more, and I didn't. I
Explain that, because like fellas, because like when she said communicate more, I'm used to a girl saying, talk to me, tell you how you feel. What was he saying?
So basically, he wanted to know, first of all, he didn't want me to work 8 and 12 again. He said I was living a single life. You're no longer single. You're married, so you shouldn't be working those type of hours.
Okay.
As far as going out, like, I've always go out with my girls. So, you know, I would just go out. I wouldn't say anything. I just would go out. But this is something I was doing before. Okay. He was married, so I didn't understand what the issue was. So he actually went to my bishop and told on me.
And hold on. So you know, like this. For anybody, that's funny because like I knew Church Steve for a minute. I didn't know you can't judge a book by its cover. I didn't even know he was in church, and that's kind of like an elder thing. You know how the old heads do that in church. So he went to the pastor and said what?
He went to the bishop and said she's basically not communicating with me. She's doing what she want to do as a single. Like she's a single woman, and she's not anymore. We're married, and there's certain things that she should be doing. So, you know, my bishop called me actually, and I get to her house. She lived right in Bergen, so it wasn't far from what we were doing at the time. And I'm like, she's calling me for what? My bishop don't call me. Like, what did I do wrong? You know what I'm saying? So I get to the house, and guess who's there? You know, Steve sitting in the chair.
Oh, word?
So I'm like,
it's like an intervention or something
what
like
did
that.
he do? What's going on? So, you know, my bishop said, you know, Cordelia, you're living like you're a single woman. I said, well, what does that mean? Okay. You cannot go out without communicating to your husband. And you cannot no longer hang with single people. I said, what does that mean? All of my friends are in a relationship. Is any of them married? Then they're single. Okay. So I said, when I was doing these things before I got married, it's an issue. Well, your husband would like for you to communicate with him. You have to live a life as if you're married. And you can't work 8 a.m. 12 a.m. like you can't do that. Okay. I was actually pissed off. I was so mad at the time. Like it was a good piss, but I still was pissed that he went and did that. Like, how dare you? Okay. I felt like, why would you do that to your wife?
Better than telling one of these other side chicks or something like that, right? I mean, okay, there you go.
But he did tell the bishop, and I still didn't stop.
Okay. Hold on, when you say you didn't stop, what is it you didn't stop doing? Is the working thing? Because if you wasn't
the working
going
thing
out,
didn't stop. I still was going out with my family and my friends. Okay. I continued to do that for a long time. All right. So he went and told on me again, guys.
Hey, what's up with this telling thing? Because you know what? She's putting it out there. All right, I wonder if guys actually be telling on their girls and who do they tell their girls on. But let me finish. This is telling thing.
So he went and told on me again, guys. So I get to, I get another call from Bishop probably about a month or two later, and she said she don't say my name right. I don't know what she called me, but she's been calling me a name for years. So I
Kadira.
Okay. So she calls me again. She said, "What time can you come? I need to speak to you again." So I gave my schedule and went. And guess who was there again?
Steve. Hey, yo, Steve, big up, yo, for real. Because, like, sometimes you can't even go to a girl's friend because next thing you know, you're trying to talk to the girl or whatever. Just hold on real tight. We're going to be right back with y'all. Just put a pin in it. We'll be right back. This is Unscripted with my girl, Ms.Qaa.